Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We will be studying for next how many days? 4 days? 4 days, the Gita Yoga. This word yoga is used so many ways. If you see Bhagavad Gita, at the end of every chapter, there is one pushpika, a statement. It is said there, iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Prathamodhyayaha. Yoga Shastre, Bhagavad Gita is the Yoga Shastra. And there is not only one yoga. After every chapter, this is the statement, Yoga Shastra. So, there will be, according to Bhagavad Gita, 18 yogas. See? After every chapter, there is yoga. Therefore, let us try to understand what we have to take for our benefit as a spiritual practice. See, first of all, I will confuse you sufficiently. And then try to remove the confusion. So, Bhagavad Gita, if we try to understand without reference to Mahabharata, then it will be a big error in our study of Bhagavad Gita. So many things were told in Bhagavad Gita. But where was Bhagavad Gita delivered? In a maternity home? No. Was it delivered in a comfortable atmosphere of ashram in Himalayas? No. Was it delivered to a person who was on the deathbed? No. See, it was delivered on the battlefield when the war was to begin. See, like here there are two groups. One group, gap in between second group. Bhagavan was told by Arjun, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapaya Mechyuta. Hey Achyuta, O never failing one, kindly take my chariot between the two armies. Now when you are on the battlefield just before the beginning of the war, and then what was said in Bhagavad Gita? So many things. Like if you take the 6th chapter, Yoga, Atma Sayyama Yogo Nam. There, Shucho Deshe Pratisthapya Sthiramasanam Atmanaha Natyuchritam Nati Nicham Chaila Jana Kushottaram Tatrai Gagram Manakrutva Na Kinchida Vichintayet. On the battlefield, will he be able to sit and do meditation? See? And then he was told that you should do the japa of the Lord's name. You should not hate anybody. Adveshta sarva bhutanam. If you don't hate anybody, you cannot fight a war. In war, you don't say, "Hey enemy, I really love it." See? You have to have the anger. Then only the war is possible. See? It's not Mahatma Gandhi brand. If somebody gives one, I was in South Africa and in some resort, we were having a retreat. So, one local Gujarati asked me this question. Swamiji, in Mahatma Gandhi's life it comes that Mahatma Gandhi used to say, if somebody gives you one on your one cheek, give him the other one. What we have to do? I don't know. No power. Maybe you sit here so they can see. No, better. Okay. So, he asks, if somebody hits you on one side of their face, present him the other face, should not hate him, should not become angry. What is the meaning of this? I said, that depends how you understand. What is said is different. That is not important. What is understood is important. See? Knowledge is given, but it has to be practiced. So this knowledge is given. If somebody hits you on your face on one side, show him the other face. I said, I don't know what you understood. You tell me what you understood. He said, Mahatma Gandhi says, somebody hits you, somebody here, and you should not hate him, but you should give here also one. I said, then you are dumb. Then, if he hits you on your face one side, then again now you hit him, not me. Second face. See, friends. Therefore, when Bhagavad Gita is understood without reference to the context, we will get lost only lot of philosophies, and whether it is non-dual or dual or specific non-dual or devotion or karma, no end to it. See, therefore, what was told by Bhagavan Sri Krishna to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, none of that was practiced by Arjuna. See, why should we practice? Don't practice, who cares? See, nothing was practiced by him. He was on the battlefield. And when was the knowledge given or the discourse between Bhagavan Krishna and Arjuna happened? It happened before the war began. See? Arjuna came with all the preparations to fight the war. And in that arrogance, he tells that Senayor Ubayor Madhye Rasam Sthapayame Achyuta. Hey Achyuta, kindly take my chariot between the two armies. Bhagavan Krishna was the driver, charioteer. So, okay, sir, he took it. And after that, Arjuna says something very unparliamentary, or we should say parliamentary. These days, it is the words are changing the meanings. He said something parliamentary. Two words. One was hatred for the Kauravas, and second thing, arrogance of his abilities. These two things are negative things in the life of any seeker. Vidya vinayena shobhate. Wisdom is glorified by humility, not by arrogance. So Arjuna had these two negative things. And therefore, when he was told, Bhagavan said, okay, now this is the time he can be instructed. See, when you go to the eye doctor and you say to him, and he will shake your eyes and he will say, look here, you are getting cataract developed little bit, but it is not yet mature. You move this side and sit. No, this one, you sit here. Because when he is moving, she moves like this. So, the doctor says, no, that cataract is not yet mature. It will take some time. Wait for some time. See? When the cataract is mature, it is easier and clear to operate. See? Exactly. Bhagavan Krishna saw it is the right time to conduct this operation ego. So what is Bhagavad Gita? Operation ego. See? And an egoist person is never told what to do. On the other way, I will tell you, a wise person never takes a decision for others. Otherwise, people take decision even for God. God, you should not have done like this thing. God says, thank you. See? So, Bhagavan saw now this is the right time the cataract has to be removed. What is the cataract? Although things are clear, yet they are not seen because of the covering on the vision, on the eyes. So Bhagavan did the operation. What was the operation? He created Moha Yoga, the yoga of delusion. See, you will not know what yogas I am going to tell you. These are all new discoveries. See, I was in US and after my talk, in a open place we had a talk, nice retreat and some break, and in that one lady who was also a yoga teacher, she came and she gave me one card. Swamiji, this is my card.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Okay. Siri doesn't allow you to talk. So she said, this is my card, and I read it. Her name was, I don't remember, and Yoga Under Tree. That was the written thing. And this is the address and all that. So I said, okay, kept it in the pocket to be thrown afterwards. Then she said, you also do yoga? I said, sometime. Do you have any card? I said, no, I don't have card. Then what yoga you do? I said, I do yoga on the tree. See? So here is a delusion yoga. See, friends, when something is wrong, we get pain, is it not? If we have pain in our tooth, then we are reminded, come on, go to the dentist. Something is wrong. But what we do? We take painkillers. And that cause, because of which the pain is happening, we do not correct it. See, this is not only at the body level, everywhere. See, whenever you are hurt, it is a pain. What is the cause? See, if you have got some problem in the stomach, I am having a lot of pain in the stomach. then go to a doctor and find out what is the cause. See? Therefore, Bhagavan created a situation for Arjuna, and that situation is creating problem. Arjuna had no problem about the war. See, that was his profession. See, so Bhagavan said, okay, and he took the chariot. But where did he place it? See, Bhishma Drona Pramukataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam. Instead of keeping the chariot in front of Duryodhan Dushasan, with whom he has come to fight, he did not take the chariot there. He took the chariot in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, his guru and his grandfather. And if he keeps quiet, he is not Krishna. So he told, you have to fight with your own nears and dears. You have to fight with your grandfather, you have to fight with your guru. Come on, start war. And that created a right hit. Instantaneously, Arjuna became nonplus. See, frustrated. And he himself confesses that my all powers have drained out. I am unable to think. Brahmati vache me manaha. And whenever we are confused, now I will tell you some principle. When you are extremely happy, never promise anything to anybody. See? When you are angry, never discuss anything with anybody. See? And when you are confused, never take any decisions. 3 things. Arjuna was frustrated, confused, and yet he took decisions. See, this is your and my story. He took the decision. And to substantiate his decision, he started putting arguments in favor of his decision. What is the wise way of living life? First thing, and then take decision. But if I decide first and then think, what will be that thinking? Will it be contrary to my decision or it will be supporting my decision? Think. You take the liars. I mean lawyers. My English is very poor. See? That liar, he decides first. My client is innocent. He decides. And then start thinking. So will he think in favor of his decision or against his decision? Think. This is what exactly the error that happens in our life. This is what I call as Moha Yoga. See? The yoga of delusion. How important it is. Now those people who get a heart attack and die instantaneously, why this happens? Because they either have ignored the symptoms that they had, or they had no symptoms and they just collapse. If they had the symptoms and diagnosis was made, then they will be putting all the pipes here and there, call the, plumber. One of my friend, he is full of life and he is this cardiologist. So I was just talking to him. He says, Swamiji, you know so many things, you talk to so many people. I am a cardiologist. What will you call me? Because you give name to everybody. What name you will give me? I said, I will give you plumber. What you do else? Only plumbing. See? So, if we are clear about this approach to life, first think, then take the decisions. See, and thinking can be done if we are unbiased. A biased mind will be always taking the decisions which may be or may not be correct. See, and therefore Arjuna has decided, first of all, I can't think properly. If you don't think properly, go and ask somebody. But I had decided. Etanna hantumichhami gnatopi madhusudana yushubi pratiyochyami pujarha varisudana. Two shlokas I have put together. I don't want to kill them. Api trailokya rajasya heto kimnu mahi krite. The original shloka is like this. So what to talk of this world? Even if I get the kingdom of the three worlds, yet I don't want to kill the Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya and anybody in this war because they are pujarau, they are worthy of worship. I will not kill him. And once he has decided that, then he started talking great wisdom to Bhagavan Sri Krishna because Bhagavan Sri Krishna was illiterate. He didn't know anything. And he said, see, if this war happens, what will happen? So many people will be killed. All the male will be killed. And only the ladies will be left. Then the foreigners will come and attack. And there will be crossbreeding. See? Crossbreeding is Sankaraha Naraka Yaiva Kulagnanam Kulasyacha. Is it time bound or what? Okay. Charge नहीं properly नहीं ठीक है. I am already charged. So he started talking great thing to Bhagavan Sri Krishna to make his point. He says, in this war, so many people will die, foreigners will attack, there will be crossbreeding. Sankaro naraka yaivo kula gnanam kulasyacha. Then, if this happens, there will be crossbred population. They will not do the karma kanda, offering the shraddha, etc. Therefore, all the departed ones, they will go to hell and our whole culture will be destroyed. Oh God, what a terrible thing I was going to do. Thank God I remembered at the right time. And therefore, he decided not to take the instruments in the hand and sat down on the floor. See, when he was talking all these good things, Bhagavan Krishna was, with a smile on his face and love in his heart, spoke thus. See? It so happened, in one place, after my talk was over, one elderly Mahatma, that time I was pretty young. So elderly Mahatma, he said, look here, you should not talk so lightly on Bhagavad Gita. I said, okay, I'll talk very seriously. What I learned in my life is from interaction with the world. What I learned from that old Mahatma, never argue with old people. Say yes immediately, whatever they say. Next moment they will forget, yes, about what? If you argue, it will become firm. Don't do that. I said, okay, I will not. And there was one commandalu with me. And she said, Swamiji, why didn't you tell him? I said, look, here is the elderly person. Elders are meant only for respect and reverence. Those people who do not have elders in their life, they are poorer than the poorest. See, friends, when we have got elders in our life, we have an altar to bend. How important it is. See? So, this is what will happen, and therefore I will not argue with that elderly Mahatma, whatever he says. No, then you tell me. I said, look here, if you study Bhagavad Gita properly, there is clearly mentioned by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra that Bhagavan Sri Krishna spoke prasanniva Bharata with a smile on the face and confidence in the heart. Thus Bhagavan spoke the whole Bhagavad Gita. So when the original talk was delivered with a smile on the face, why we should comment on with a misery on the face? We are going contrary to the spirit of Bhagavad Gita. See? And therefore, if you study deeply, I will not tell you, that is your homework if you want to do. There are 108 jokes in Bhagavad Gita. Really? You try. Please tell. No, that is your homework. You can discover the jokes if you have got the WQ. You know what is WQ? What is IQ? See, I means ego. That Q, we have got that Q. WQ is wit quotient. This world is full of wit and humor, provided we are able to see. But when we become Gambhirananda, all the time serious, as if we have consumed handful of caterpillar, see, what will be the face of such a person? All the time serious? No. So Bhagavan Krishna very clearly told original Bhagavad Gita with a smile on the face, why should we deliver it seriousness? Be sincere in life, not serious in life. Sincerity brings out commitment and the best in you. Seriousness hides all your faculties. How different it is. See? So, Arjuna thus said in the first chapter, and in reply to that, so this was what is the situation here. Now poor Arjuna has come to fight the war. Now was there a need to Bhagavan Sri Krishna to take the chariot in front of Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya? Had he taken the chariot in front of Duryodhan, Dushasan, Bhagavad Gita was not required. See, then why did he do that? See, friends, because Bhagavan Sri Krishna had tremendous love for Arjuna. And he was with Bhagavan Krishna for so many years. And yet he never asked anything about the truth. See, for 14 years they were in 14, 12, 13 years they were in the forest. That time he did not do meditation. He was only trying to collect more and more weapons so that they can fight the war. See? And who is a devotee? Devotee is the one who is full of love, understanding, compassion. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna created a situation. Now what is the situation? As the example I gave you, if there is a pain in the tooth, you go to the doctor and get it treated. Now there was a pain in Arjuna. Where was the pain? Pain was, how can I kill my grandfather? How can I kill my guru? How can I kill my brothers? So who was suffering? Is it the disciple that was suffering, or the grandson that was suffering, or the brother that was suffering? But the question is, see, if you want to summarize the whole Bhagavad Gita, take our happy mantra. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. This is Bhagavad Gita. Now where are you? In satsanga. When? During satsanga. Then what are you? A satsangi. But while, giving talk, suppose I give example of husband and wife. And if I glorified the wife in the talk, just to give some information or to make the point, immediately the husband, if he is sitting, "Arey dumb, I am not talking about you. This is just an example." See? But we are so identified. Here you are sitting as a seeker, a satsangi, not a husband, not a wife, not a brother, not a sister. In the same manner, on the battlefield, who should be a person? Only a warrior, and come there to destroy and kill the enemies, is it not? So if we have to understand the Gita Yoga, this is the Gita Yoga. First was the Moha Yoga. See? Unless there is a Moha, delusion, you cannot go ahead. See? You will not ask anybody. I know everything, I know everything. And therefore, this situation was created, and when Bhagavan saw his cataract is mature now, so let us operate. And thereafter, whole Bhagavad Gita was told, and at the end if you go, Bhagavan Sri Krishna did not ask Arjun, did you get the knowledge? Many people have got this notion that Bhagavad Gita gives knowledge. Some of them say Bhagavad Gita gives devotion. Some of them they say Bhagavad Gita gives karma. Some they say yoga. None of that. Neither Bhagavan Sri Krishna asked Arjuna, nor Arjuna said that. See, in the last chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna asks, Kachid eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachid ajnana sammohaha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Hey Arjun, did you listen me properly? Has all your delusion gone or not? And then Arjuna says, Nashto moha smriti labdha tat prasadat maya chuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Hey Krishna, all my delusion gone. See? He doesn't say, I got the knowledge. We suffer not for lack of knowledge. We suffer because of the delusion. See? So, what is moksha? Mo means moha. Ksha means kshaya. Destruction of the delusion is moksha. We are all suffering from this one disease. We consider ourselves to be somebody. And the somebody will be always miserable. See? And when all this thing was told, Bhagavan Sri Krishna didn't say that now you do whatever I told. No. See? You decide what you have to do. See? Vimrishya etat asheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. I told you the complete data. Now you analyze. And decision is yours. Wise people never make decision for others. Otherwise, people make decision for everybody, including God. See? Our Indian parents, I get lots of WhatsApp like that, Swamiji, now you tell me, my son, he is, very making me frustrated. He was going well with one girl for 5 years. Now he decided he doesn't want to marry her. Then what will he do if he doesn't get to marry to her? Swamiji, please advise him. I said, okay, I'll get married to that girl. See, friends, how long are you going to take decision for others? One of the education the parents must give to their children is let them learn to make their own decisions in life. See? Wise people never take decisions for others. Bhagavan Sri Krishna told everything and ultimately told him, Vimrishya etat asheshena. I have presented you the data, but decision will be yours, not mine. See? Like many people tell, Swami, you go to so many places, there are so many boys, girls known to you. Can you suggest some girl for my son? I say, that is the only part I am yet to perform. Rest I have done everything. No, but you know so many good families and all that. I said, if I get a good girl, I will get married. Why will I give to you? See? Therefore, friends, this is what we have to learn. This moha, kshaya, moksha is possible if we have recognized that you are in delusion. Now, what was the delusion under which Arjuna was influenced? It was the identity crisis. So, this is the third yoga. First was the Moha Yoga, dusra Moha Kshaya Yoga, and third is this one. See? Identity Crisis Yoga, IC Yoga. Now, on the battlefield, who are you? A warrior. But he was confused whether he is a grandson or a disciple or a warrior or a brother. And what Bhagavan Krishna did? He did not tell him anything. You decide who you are. Friends, if we are aware about this, we have to remain aware 24/7 at a given period of time, in a given situation, in a given position. Are we 100% available or not? See, this is so simple. This is the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We are all having this as a basic issue in our life. So whenever we are disturbed, whenever we are miserable, we have only one disease, or the practice we have to do is this IC Yoga, Identity Crisis Yoga. When there is identity crisis, then I am confused. There is bank in India, you know that? The bank is ICICI. The ICICI bank is, first IC is identity crisis. Second IC is I am confused. This is what I am. ICICI. This is the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna is suffering from this calamity, and it can be corrected only by, Upanishad says, Tad Vijnanatham Gurumeva Amigachet Samitpanihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. And for that, the most important yoga in life is Satsanga Yoga. Satsangatve Nissangatvam, Nissangatve Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve Nishchalatatvam, Nishchalatatve Jivan Muktihi, Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam. All the problems of our life are only because of erroneous understanding of life. See? You are seeing that picture of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now from here it looks beautiful, is it not? Now if you go nearer to that picture, maybe 2 inches distance, and try to see. First of all, the beauty will be hidden because of the roughness of the painting. Second thing, because you are too close, you will not be able to see the complete picture. What will be your understanding? That this picture is dirty and incomplete. It is why? Because we have gone too nearer to the picture. Now, same picture. Go 2 miles away, and from there you look at it. There is something, but I can't see it properly. But if you are standing at an optimum distance, you can see correctly the hidden beauty in that picture, is it not? If this example is clear, what we have to do? Keep proper distance when you are living in this world. What happened to Arjuna? First, he had hatred, jealousy towards Kauravas, long distance. Then he was seeing his grandfather and his guru too close, and therefore the canvas of the war was not properly understood by him. See, friends, is it that Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, Krupacharya, they did not know that there is going to be a bloodshed here? Did they not know that now they have to kill their own disciple, they have to kill their own grandson. They also knew, but they were not confused because they were looking at the whole situation from a proper distance. See, my friends, in our Pandharpur, Maharashtra, there is Vitthal Bhagwan. And people have got so many questions about everything. Therefore, I feel many times I am a questionable personality. Whenever they see me, they remember some question. So we were there in the temple. And there Pandurang Bhagwan is standing like this. So question, Swamiji, why Vitthal Bhagwan is standing like this? As you ask him in front of you. No, please tell, why he is standing like this? I said, he is telling, keep elbow distance, keep away, don't come too near. Oh, now I understand. So why? Your logo is like this. Means keep away, don't come near. See, friends, don't be too close, don't be too far away. Keep an optimum distance in this world if you want to discover the beauty of this world. See, the distances are changed because of too much closeness comes because of the disease called as mamata. Don't go to West Bengal. See, mamata. And the other disease is going far away. See? And then saying that world is too bad. No. We have to maintain optimum distance if we have to discover the beauty of life. Therefore, the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita tells us this yoga. Yoga is not only twisting the body, but straightening the mind. Normally, throughout the world, this is what has happened. What is that? Yoga on the tree, yoga below the tree. See? And hot yoga. There used to be some hot yoga, you must have heard. So when I was in US, I came from there only. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, what is this hot yoga? You have studied, so what is that? I said, it is nothing but it is hot yoga. No, it is hot yoga. I said, do you know who started that? He is a Bengali gentleman. And Bengalis cannot say they say hot. Hot is said as a hot. See? Hot yoga. So, only physical level living is not Bhagavad Gita. See? Bhagavad Gita tells us this simple thing. Live in this world cheerfully and happily by maintaining optimum distance. And whenever we are suffering in this world is only because of one reason, our distance calculation is wrong. See, keep optimum distance. Therefore, one of our Mahamantra, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. Don't invite anybody and don't throw away anybody. What does it mean? Don't create friends and enemies in this world. What we are doing? We are seeking happiness. Don't do that. Then express happiness. When you are seeking, you are a beggar. When you are expressing, you are a giver. See, friends. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. Live with everybody cheerfully, happily. You don't have to create friends and enemies in this world. In this manner, the Gita Yoga in the first chapter tells us this basic principle, that whenever we are disturbed, immediately ask a question to yourself, who is disturbed? You get the answer instantaneously. I as a mother-in-law disturbed, I as a daughter-in-law disturbed, I as a son disturbed, I as a husband disturbed. See? And don't stop there, then start further inquiry. Am I husband by birth? No. Then, by accident. See? We are born as man and we become husband. So husband is banavati, fake. Man is real. See? Therefore, man is never miserable, husband is never happy. Banavati hai na? Now what this husband has to do? Divorce, no need. Then don't take her seriously. Don't take her heavily. Even if she is heavy, take her lightly. See? Once you look at this world with this eye of wisdom, you will see, if you study the life story of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, how many tortures and miseries he has gone through. Right from childhood, the Putana came to kill him. From then onwards, toward the end, his own children made his life miserable. See? And yet, never there was a moment when he had no smile on his face. What he did, this is another great yoga. See? This yoga I call as Krishna Leela Yoga or Rama Leela Yoga. Leela means what? Everything appears to be happening, but nothing is happening. So ours is a Satsanga Leela. As if you are listening. See, friends. Now once I take this approach, attitude, I will never be disturbed. But if I go on imagining, see, I am giving talk, but people don't listen. No, I have come here for life is a time pass. I have come here for a time pass. You have come here for a time pass. And we go over. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. You are one with the divine. That to which nothing can be added and that from which nothing can be subtracted has to be infinite. Whenever we are lost in the finite, we are miserable. One man, son, husband and father. Man is infinite. Son is finite. Husband is finite. Father is finite. Who is miserable? Is the son is miserable because of the terrible father. The husband is miserable because of the Mahakali. And the father is miserable because of the terrible monster in the house. Man is not miserable. And where are these three fellows? Where are they? Can we separate out man from the husband? You cannot. Because it doesn't exist. These non-existing entities, when they are miserable, how can you help them? See, friend, therefore remember Bhagavad Gita's yoga. Don't try to help others. We have to help ourselves. Uddared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. We have to help ourselves. Nobody can help us. See? Therefore, when we want to really study Bhagavad Gita and learn the yoga of Bhagavad Gita, these are the basic principles. Now one more thing I'll tell you. The first verse of Bhagavad Gita is normally not commented upon or discussed. You see all the commentaries. Nobody discusses that. And they make it a simple translation. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveda yutsavaha mamaka pandavachaiva kima kurvata Sanjaya. Hey Sanjay, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, my children and Pandu's children, having come there to fight, what they were doing. Is it a valid question? See? When you know that my children and Pandu's children, they have come with a Yutsava, they have come with a view to fight the war, what they are doing? It is something like when they have the two teams cricket teams have come together and the the umpire is there, an audience is there, then what happened? They have come to fight the war. See? This is very subtle point I am telling you. Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagavan Sri Krishna to Arjuna before the war began. And that time, in the 11th chapter, as reported by Bhagavan Vedavyasa, the Vishwarup Darshan was given. That all these Bhishma, Drona, Pramukataha, all these great warriors, they were all devoured by Bhagavan Krishna in his Vishwarupa. He ate. So he knew right in the beginning of the war that the victory is his, guaranteed. Now, if this portion was known to Dhritarashtra before the war, that all will be killed, will he allow his children to fight the war? See? How important it is. Then, when was Bhagavad Gita delivered to Dhritarashtra by Sanjay? There are many speakers and audience of Bhagavad Gita. First is Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Arjun. Second is Sanjay and Dhritarashtra. See? Third is Bhagavan Krishna and Hanumanji. Hanumanji heard the whole Bhagavad Gita. Kapidvajaha. He was riding over the chariot of Arjuna. Therefore, with the arrows of Karna, nothing happened to Arjuna's chariot. Three of them. And the fourth one is, I am talking to you and you are not listening. Four of them. See? So, Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagavan Krishna to Arjun before the war began. And the same Bhagavad Gita was told by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra on the 11th day. Because on the 10th day, Bhishmacharya fell to the arrows of Arjuna on the ground. And Bhishmacharya was the most powerful warrior of his time. Nobody could imagine that Bhishmacharya can be won over by anybody in the world. Yet it happened. And Dhritarashtra had this firm and full conviction that we will definitely win. Bhishmacharya is with us. See? And yet it happened. And therefore, on the 10th day, when this news came, because every day what was happening on the battlefield, Dhritarashtra being the king, he was reported every day. So many soldiers were killed, so many horses were killed, so many elephants were killed, so many chariots were destroyed. Every day report is given. So he cannot ask this question that my children, Pandu's children, having come on the battlefield, what they have done. It cannot be. It is not a valid question. See, my friends, questions have got different shades. One question is asked for examination. See, in a school, the teacher gave questions. Name the capital of India. The student wrote, Sir, you don't know even that much? Who made you teacher? So that question was asked to examine whether the student knows or not. Second question is a sincere question born out of inquiry. See, I want to go to this ISKCON school. I don't know how to go. So then somebody will tell you. See? And third question is an objection. See, how come you failed? See? It is not a question, it is an objection, surprise. The third was the shade of Dhritarashtra's question. See? How come this Bhishma Acharya fell to the arrows of Arjuna? And in reply to that, Sanjay tells that on the day the war began, this is what has happened. Vyasa prasada shrutavan etad guhyam aham param. He clearly tells that by the grace of Bhagavan Vedavyasa, I was able to see, hear, know everything what happened on the war front. See, this is how this Bhagavad Gita which has come to us is as reported by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. See, so we are all the students who are Dhritarashtra. And if we are not ready to change ourselves, see, you must have seen in your own house, if somebody is sleeping, you can wake him up. But if somebody is not sleeping, you cannot wake him up. The Dhritarashtra belong to the second category. When we don't want to change, nobody can help us. A sincere seeker is born when he has come to change himself. Normally what we do, we want to change others and complain then. Like one of my NRI friend, he was driving me from Mumbai to Pune. And in India, democracy is not limited to human beings. It is extended to animals also. And therefore, when he was driving, suddenly a group of buffaloes was crossing the road. He has to stop suddenly and became so angry. Swamiji, what is this? I said, this is buffaloes. Why they are here? I said, you ask them. I don't know. How can we drive? I said, that is, you have got a driving license. Buffaloes don't have walking license. You should be more capable, not the buffaloes. If you are walking the spiritual path, if you are a satsangi, you have to change, not others. This is what happens in many places. The parents, they do go for satsang. And thereafter, going home, whatever they have heard, they vomit out. And the children at home get frustrated. See, when the food is eaten, and if it is digested and assimilated, it will not come out from the wrong end. But if the food is taken, not digested, whatever might be the reason, and vomited. Now there are two types of vomits. One is a Bengali vomit, second is a South Indian vomit. One Bengali gentleman ate a lot of rasgulla, chom chom, shondesh, and something happened and he vomited. Other South Indian, idli, sambar, dosha, chutney, he ate. He also vomited. Now two vomits are available. Will we say Bengali vomit is better than the South Indian vomit? Vomit is a vomit. Whether we talk about the worldly topics or we talk about the spiritual topics without digestion, it is vomit. See, friends, this knowledge is meant for us, not for others. It's so important, my friends. In the Dhyana Shloka of Dakshinamurti Stotra, one shloka comes. Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishthante Vasadrushiganaihi Avrutam Brahmanishthaihi Acharendram Karakalita Chinmudramanandarupam Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurti Mide. The truth is revealed in the language of eloquence silence. As much the knowledge is conveyed through silence, that much is not conveyed through words. This is what you are. This experience of yours is not through words or through any sense organ or organ of action, nor through the mind, nor through the intellect. Experiences gathered through sense organs have attributes. Experiences gathered through karmendriya are actions. Experiences gathered through the mind are emotions. Experiences gathered through intellect are concepts. You are none of them. This is the truth. And for practicing this, we are told a very simple technique. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. See, hear, no comments. See, comment is nothing but a vomission. Talking non-stop. Therefore, another Mahamantra. Who asked you? We keep on talking. This is the truth. If you are abiding in this, without any efforts, you are at peace with yourself. Whether sitting in Padmasana or Marjarasana or Tadasana or Shavasana, makes no difference. In being, no efforts are required. In becoming, there is nothing but efforts. Now for small experiment, now you become husband or wife and sit quiet as husband or as wife. And observe what thoughts are coming. Now, remain as nobody. Even if you want, thoughts cannot come to you because you are nobody. When you become husband, Mahakali will stand with a belna in the hand. See? Now what meditation you want, tell me? This poise can be easily maintained throughout the day by this simple technique. No comments to offer about anything or anybody to anywhere, no. Slowly, we start diving deep in our own being. When you are on the surface of, let us say, the ocean, there will be waves and we will be buffeted by those waves. See? And if you dive deep, maybe about 10 feet, in the same place where you are buffeted by the wave, go deep, no waves. In the same manner, we are all living at the surface level of our mind. And what is the surface level? Possessions and relations. Dive deep, you are consciousness. So what was the problem? ICICI bank account. See, we have to correct our identity. And it's not very difficult. The simplest Mahamantra we told, wherever you are, whenever you are, be 100%. We are not telling you 24 do meditation. No. If you are eating food, enjoy every bite. You are in meditation. If you are walking, walk graciously. See, if you are talking, talk happily. See, that is all. That is the real meaning of yoga according to Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, Gita Yoga is not twisting the body, but straightening the mind. That is important. The more we try, the better off we will be. Should I stop now? Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.